What's going on, y'all? The reviewer is here, and I'm back to give y'all this album review of Triple Six Mafia, Club Memphis Underground Volume 2. Alright? Y'all should know who Triple Six Mafia is by now if you check my other review of the Underground Volume 1. If y'all unfamiliar with this one still, this is still a compilation of the songs that came out in the underground tape days. All right, or at least most of them. The first one, the first volume, however, was a banger. I love that one. The second one, the Club Memphis one, I'm going to tell you all about it. All right, so this is the CD right here. I have this album right here, so be on the lookout for that review. I already did the review of this, and this. So this is the only one I didn't do the review of. Be on the lookout for that. All right. So as far as I know, the producers who made the beats for the album was DJ Paul, Juicy J. I'll give you all the list of the features. Now, even though it don't have all the track lists, I got the track list on here. I have the booklet. All right, so let's go with the songs now. The first one is called Y'all Ready for This, which is a nice little intro. I'm saying it in quotes because this is from the Lord Infamous solo tape. And this track goes in, man. By the way, rest in peace to Lord Infamous, of course. But this is a nice little way to start off the album. And then the next one is Half on the Sack or Blow. This is a low E solo. And I know a lot of people get confused with low E. There's a bunch of low E's in Memphis, but this is, I believe, Gangsta Boo's brother. All right. But this is a banging track right here, man. That beat is nice. And low E comes through with some really raw verses, man. If y'all familiar with low E, he goes in with the track. And he is really into this type of content. I ain't gonna speak too much of that, but Sucker Nig D Part 2. This features DJ Paul, Lord Infamous, and Lil Buck. All right. Now, if y'all familiar with this song was a underground hit back then, and there's a part 1 to it. I can't remember what volume this is off of, but I know this track here is from the DJ Paul volume 14, I think. But this is a really nice track. Lord Infamous go in on these two chicks on here, and then Lil Buck does a nice verse. And then DJ Paul come through with a really dope verse. I would say this is one of the better tracks off of the album. You know, it's kind of dark to add. Lick My Nuts. This is a Lord Infamous solo. The beat is pretty dope. I think I did a review of the remix of this. Or I'm not sure if that's the original, but I like this version a lot better. It's a funny hook. It says, lick my nuts, suck my butt, suck my butt. And then Lord comes through with some really dope verses on here. And he just talking about pimping and things like that. If you're into pimping and stuff, you'll definitely love this track. Funky Town. Now, I told y'all on the Gangsta Black review that I was going to review this song. It says 3 6 Mafia on there, but it's only DJ Paul, Juicy J, and Lord Infamous. And this is a blazing track, man. That beat goes in. DJ Paul comes through with a really dope verse. Juicy J does really well. And then Lord Infamous come through with that killer flow with the rapid, fast flows he does. This is easily one of the best tracks off of this album alone. Like, I think right here is worth the album for sure. The DJ mixes at the end, the scratches is dope too. Then the next one is F That Nig. This is a Project Pat solo. Now remember, this is back in the day when Project Pat was really hardcore. This track is from the DJ Paul and Juicy J part 2. I think it was The Exorcist. And this track is really nice too. Is a bumping beat, and then Pat comes through with some dope verses on there, and he taking slick shots at a cat. I ain't gonna say his name, but he taking shots at him on here. And if y'all remember Project Pat, man, he was definitely hardcore, on these tracks. Blow a Nig's Ass Off. This is a Low Glock and SOG. This is a part 2. This is part 2 of that. The part 1 was on the Juicy J Volume 8, and this one here was on the Juicy J Volume 9. If you don't know what they mean by that, they talking about blasting you off with a sawed-off shotgun or whatever weapon they may use. But this is a blazing track, man. I love this song. I remember back in the day, back in '99 when this first came out, I had like a nice little system. You know, back then we had like big systems, man, like them big speakers. I think it was like 12s or 15s or something like that. And I used to play this song like out loud. So, you know, I'm playing the heck of it and the bass line is sick, you know. But SOG and Low Glock, they come through with some dope verses. Definitely a banger if you're into that violent stuff, man. Liquor in That Bud. This is a DJ Paul and Lord Infamous. Now, I believe this song is from the Serial Killers tape. I wish they remastered that tape. Why hasn't it been remastered yet? Like, geez, please, can we get a remaster? Anyway, this track is really dope, but I think I played the hell out of this song when I was young. DJ Paul comes through with a really nice verse, and then Lord Infamous does a nice job as well. Y'all know what this song is about, man. They talking about this toe up on the lick in the bud and all that stuff, messing with these freaks, things of that nature. But like I said, I think I played it so much that, you know, I kind of got out of it. F That Ish. This is a Juicy J solo. This was from one of his underground tapes. I think it was volume 6 or maybe volume 7. I can't remember. Pretty much the track itself explains everything. And he comes through with some pretty solid verses. The beat is solid. And then there was another person actually on this song. I don't know exactly who it is, but they cut off his verse. So it is what it is. Beat Down is a Lord Infamous track. This features DJ Paul. This was on the Lord Infamous solo tape. And this beat is pretty solid. Lord comes through with some really good verses. Just talking about beating people down with the steel toe and stuff like that. And then you got DJ Paul coming through with a nice verse. And then Lord finished the tracks off nice. And then the scratches and mixes at the end. No, I'm Not That Nig. This is a Juicy J solo. This was from the volume 9 he made. And this is a pretty solid track. It's not bad. Juice come through with some really solid verses. If y'all remember that sample on the hook, I believe it's from MJG or 8 Ball. I think it's 8 Ball. That's the sample is from. 9 to Your Dome. Oh my God, man. Are y'all ready? This is a Project Pat solo. And this track was on the volume 9 of Juicy J as well. And that beat is bumping, man. The sample on there is insane. If y'all don't know, it's from Buckshot from Too Thick, DJ Zert. This track goes in, man. Project Pat come through ripping the hell up on this song. This is easily one of the best tracks off of this album, man. This thing goes in. If you ain't feeling this song, I really don't know what to tell you. Then Get Buck Mother Effer. This is the original cut. This is a Juicy J solo, and he's not really rapping on here. He's just giving shots out to, you know, his hometown and stuff like that. And I don't know what volume this is off of. I can't remember of the Juicy J solos. Y'all already heard the Long and Hard original that I did, and then Tear the Club Up. I'll save that for the volume 16 DJ Paul original masters. North Memphis Area. This is a DJ mix, and this track is nice though. I love this mix. This is a Skinny Pimp sample from the Skinny But Dangerous track, I think. It goes, North Memphis Area, suckers, I'll bury ya. And it's not too long though. Slob of My Knob Part 2. This is a Juicy J solo, and I think it's LaChat rapping at the beginning before the song kicks in. And this song is pretty solid. It's not bad. Juice comes through with some crazy verses though. It's like some funny verses. So that's all the songs that I review for this album. I pretty much review just about all of them. To give this a fair rating out of a 10, I would give this a solid 7.5 to an 8. So I say a 7.75 out of a 10. The reason why I rated this low is a lot of the tracks on there was pretty solid for the most part. Now I know some people really dig this underground volume, and I like it too, but I don't think it's up to par with the volume 1. You know what I'm saying? Volume 1 was on some killer, murderous, devilish stuff. This one, however, is pretty much the title Club Memphis. Most of the songs is like club hits, you know, while Underground Volume 1 was on like some dark, devilish soundings, man, you know. But with that being said, I still recommend this to y'all that love the Triple Six Mafia, the underground tape days and stuff like that. I still recommend it. So this is for any Memphis rap fans. If you're not too familiar with Memphis rap, I wouldn't consider peeping this out immediately. I would check out the Underground Volume 1 first, and then decide if you want to get the Underground Volume 2. All right. So they got all the features down there at the bottom. Koopsta is not on the volume. Gangsta Boo is not on the volume either. Unless she's on the Slobber My Nah Part 2 at the beginning, and I don't think that's her. But the features on there was Low E, 3 6 Mafia, minus Koopsta and Gangsta Boo. But you got Project Pat, you got Lil Glock and SOG, and I think that's pretty much all of them. So don't let the feature thing fool you, all right? I would recommend copping the CD though, because if you try to listen to it on the stream, some of the songs aren't on there. So, but that's it. Shout out to the whole Triple Six Mafia. Rest in peace to Lord Infamous. Rest in peace to Koopsta Nika. Rest in peace to Gangsta Boo. And I think that's it. Much love to the real folks. And I'll be on here back with another review. All right. Peace out, guys.